Not all mollusks come in a shell. The second half of the family is called cephalapods. Cephalopod refers to head-footed animals, and they can swim in multiple directions. They don't have an exterior shell. Let's take a look at a few of them. One of the most commonly consumed ones around the world is called squid. There are many different types of squid. There's the market squid, the Boston squid, winter, longfin, Humboldt. Many times you'll go to restaurants and see it referred to as calamari on a menu. Now that's an Italian name, but I think it sounds a lot more exotic and appetizing to some people than asking if they want to share a big bowl of longfin squid. We find these in almost all the Earth's oceans, and the average size from the head to the fins is about 7 inches. That's a good size to work with because it's neither too small to eat or too tough. The edible portion, the mantle and the tentacles, will usually be referred to by your purveyors as the tubes in the tent. You can see in the picture down below, the mantle is a long conical section, and then we refer to the tents or tentacles as the legs from the eyeball back. So inside this animal is an ink sac, and when you buy ink, it's usually a blend of squid, cuttlefish, and octopus. It's used to color pasta, rice. Maybe it's used to color tomato sauce for an ink sauce if you have squid cooked in ink sauce. You can buy these fresh, or as we call them, dirty in the industry. And you could also buy them cleaned and frozen. Okay? Many times they're put in a whitening solution, and they're really brilliant white, and then they're frozen tray packed. Of all the seafood we eat, they're pretty high on the cholesterol level, but they're very high in omega-3 fatty acids. If you really want to talk about high cholesterol, we'll talk about uni at a later date. But to prepare these squid, we separate the head from the body. We take paper towels and break off the skin and rub it off so we're left with the white skin behind, or the white flesh. Cut behind the eyeballs, making sure the beak stays behind. And in America, the long feeding tentacles are usually trimmed to the same length as the rest of the 8 arms because people get freaked out by them. But they're just as delicious and they're exact same composition as the rest of them. Not that you'd ever be quizzed on this, but check out the size of this squid. This was caught accidentally over off the coast of Asia. It measured 24 feet long from the tip of the pilot fins all the way to the back of the feeding tentacles. Giant squid can actually get up to 110 feet long, but we don't eat them. The cuttlefish, not as popular in American cuisine, is usually found more in European and Asian cuisine. It's an amazing animal. They're a little broader in body. And sometimes you may have even seen, if you go to a pet store or the pet aisle in a grocery store, something called cuttle bones. That's what gives the cuttlefish its shape and usually put inside bird cages. Cuttlefish is popular for the same cooking methods that you would use for squid. And when I used to teach in Singapore, they would actually serve or sell dried shredded cuttlefish in place of chewing gum. The most popular cephalopod on menus today would probably be the octopus. It's gained a lot of traction in the last few years, and it's very contentious. There are many different sizes octopi you can buy. You can get the small baby ones, which usually can go from package to marinade to grill. Then there's the larger ones that we use on campus, around 4 to 6 pounds, which have to be tenderized either through braising or mechanical tumbling. And then there's the larger ones. Much like a squid, people will peel them because the skin will tend to color or discolor your sauce. The beak needs to be removed, and the inside of the head needs to be cleaned out. You can then par cook it, cool it down, put it on the grill, a wood-fired pizza oven, a saute pan, or whatever you'd like. Sometimes in Japanese restaurants, you'll see taco, T-A-K-O, which is steamed and then sliced for sushi rolls.